Hey folks, this is Vent with Ads Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review PULSAR Lost Colony. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 25 bucks. I picked this up for myself and for my girlfriend for about 20 bucks. It was 20% off. So what is PULSAR Lost Colony? Well, it reminds me of Star Trek Bridge Crew in that you'll be able to man different stations. So whenever you spawn, you can spawn as one of 5 different classes. There is a captain, a scientist, an engineer, a weapons specialist, and something else I can't remember off the top of my head. Pilot, there we go. You're going to spawn as one of them, and you're going to be manning your individual stations, which is cool. Now, unlike Bridge Crew, Star Trek Bridge Crew, you can actually stand up and walk around, do various things. You can even beam down to planets that you explore. There's a galaxy, a vast galaxy. It's open world. You can travel here, beam down, explore, maybe do a couple of quests, depending on what's there. Some planets are going to be very inhospitable, so you have to put these exosuits on. It's all really cool. So that's the gist of it. You're going around trying to complete your primary quest, but you can typically go off to the side and do various things. Again, in a nutshell. Now, this game is extremely deep. I just want to warn you folks, the learning curve for this is extremely high. I did not know this going in, but there's actually a tutorial, the Academy. Ida Lee swears by it, my girlfriend. She says it's very good. I have not done that. My first experience with this was jump into the game, try and figure things out, and my gosh, it took me 30-40 minutes to figure out how to get from one system to another. I'm going to take you through this personally today just because there's a lot to show you here, and it's just difficult to, cut and paste sound clips and video and try and match things. No. So I figured I'd just do this personally today. Options menu, real quick. Under video, you can adjust resolution, graphics, and all that. Just pause the video here if you want to see anything in greater detail. Audio sliders, game stuff. Again, lots of stuff. Pause the video here. Controls, mouse sensitivities and the like. And then VR. The game does support VR, apparently. I don't have one. Appearance. This is something you may want to do whenever you boot up the game for the first time. There are 3 different races you can be. There's human, Solvasi, and robot. Now, the cool thing is that each race has their own unique way of playing. So, for example, human traits can be revived once per jump, injured by all hostile environment types, whereas the robot is not injured. Like, it can survive in any environment. If they beam down to a really cold environment, they can take it, whatever. However, they have low maximum health, so they typically die in combat a lot more quickly. So each of these 3 races has something unique. You can adjust skin color, you can adjust you can see what you'd look like in that particular uniform. There's 4 primary factions in this game, and depending on what ship you pick, that's the faction that you are, or at least that's where you start anyway. Uniform, you'll be unlocking things as you play. Ooh, I kind of like that, actually. I might keep that. Okay. There's some sliders over here that you can mess with if you want, but that's really cool. I didn't... Alright, well, I kind of like that black on black on black, but maybe we'll mess with that later. Alright, face. You can adjust some of your facial features, hair, facial hair like your beard, accessory. I've set my character up already. And you can even do this with the bots that you play with too. Yes, if you do not have 4 other friends to play with, you can fill out slots with bots. And you can adjust their AI programming to fit your needs. Again, there's a little bit of a learning curve with that. Just to give you a heads up. There is a manual here. You may want to read up on this. It's just a PDF. Read up on this and do the tutorial. Definitely recommend that. When you go to play a game, you could join an existing crew, or you can start a new crew. I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. We'll do an offline. So there's the Lost Colony main campaign, and there's the Unseen Threat, which is a challenge campaign. From here, you can actually choose, your ship. And some of them are locked based on various achievements. The Intrepid is like your typical like USS Enterprise kind of thing. It's pretty good all around, I think. And the ship design is really nice. Each ship has a different internal design that you'll have to worry about. I'm playing with the Intrepid on my personal playthrough. On my group playthrough with my friends and Idly, we're playing with the Stargazer. This thing has a cloaking device, and apparently you can sneak up to ships, you can hack them, and just siphon credits right from their bank account, and then zip off. If they don't know you're there, you don't take a hit to your reputation with that faction. Really cool, right? So you'll want to take a look at these different ships and see which one you'd like to start as. Again, each faction has their own location in the galaxy. It's randomly generated, by the way, I believe. So that's what you would do. And then you can also adjust your difficulty. There's basic stuff like moon spawn rates, faction information, sectors and ships, enemy difficulties, and you can adjust sliders basically. It's not a huge range, but it's enough to where you can custom make your galaxy how you want it. I'm going to go ahead now and load up my personal save just to show you around that. I don't want to mess with my... and we'll do private. And you can put a password in if you want to, and we'll hit engage. You can also rename your ship from here too. Do that. But yeah, I don't want to mess with my friend's playthrough that we're doing. I may just pop in there to show you the cloaking device, and the internal parts of that ship. Again, select a class: captain, pilot, scientist, weapons specialist, and engineer. The captain, I believe, can do mostly everything. Just everyone else does stuff better. If I hit ready. So this is like the USS Intrepid. This is the bridge, and you'll see that there's a lot of consoles. This is the pilot area. I can hit R to interact with almost anything. So here's my ship from the outside. I can use WASD to move around a bit. Left mouse button activates my thrusters. You can change your flight mode if you want to change that out if you don't like that control scheme. So I'm going to actually get out of there. But yeah, long story short, this is not a how to play but a review. This is sort of like a quick look at the security area, the weapons specialist area. Back here, there's coolant, there's fuel. So as you make jumps, you'll have to buy more fuel. There's like an engineer, adjust the power area here. Jump computer, auxiliary stuff that you can toggle on or off. There's sensors, so you can scan various things as you come across them. You can search for, if you're given, go to this planet, number 268. You can type in 268, hit search, and it'll open up your map and it'll tell you where it is. Different things like that. Your current status, there's EM signatures. You have to, worry about, especially if you're stealthy, worry about some parts of your ship give off electromagnetic pings, I guess, and you want to keep them as low as possible. Communications and other things. Again, each ship is different, so you may see something different in your playthrough depending on what ship you pick. Each crew member also has a specialized area. So here's the science lab for the scientist, and there's a couple of things in here that are not on the bridge. Like the science lab is there, and so on. There's atomizer there. I'm not going to explain everything. Again, that would take too long. Weapons. This is for the weapons specialist. You can actually man one of the turrets here. It charges up and then it shoots. Just go ahead and do that. That's the main turret. There's also other turret slots. Like here's a laser turret. And what is that? Is this a... wrong button. R. Plasma. There we go. Alright. So you get the idea there. You shoot stuff there. Going down here, there's life support, engineering, lounge. Again, engineering is where the engineer would go. Some new systems here. You can eject the core. Yeah, in case your power... Yeah, like here's the power indicator here. If it goes above max, the stability will go down. And if that happens, well, your core could explode, in which case you want to eject the emergency. Yeah, that's bad. So you don't want to do that. You can also earn cubes in your playthrough and then upgrade your ship parts to be better. So this military grade fusion reactor, I could spend 3 cubes to upgrade this from level 1 to level 2, and it tells me what the improvements are there. So you can improve your ship as you play the game, either by getting new parts, by buying new parts or finding new parts, or by upgrading existing ones. You can also improve your own people. If I hit tab, this opens up a lot of stuff. I can activate bots, engineer, weapons, science. Okay, so I just spawned some bots. There you go. There's the ship tab. This is where, you know, you'll see stuff in your cargo hold. I have a reinforced null point reactor. I could try and compare that to my existing one. This is a military-grade fusion reactor, so I'd want to compare numbers there. There is a compare button when you're going to buy something from the shop, but not when you're comparing it in your inventory, which is annoying. This game could use a lot of quality of life improvements, but in some things are a bit janky in this game, but primarily there's a lot to do here. So yeah, computer, weapons, you can equip various things. Different ships have different slots, something to keep in mind. Inventory, this is your personal inventory, and you can equip new things here. Missions, you can see any missions you have active, abandoned, or have completed already. If I go to crew, there's star map, or I can hit M. This is the entire galaxy, and again, you can custom make the size whenever you set up for the first time. But I am here. Anything within the blue radius I can jump to with one jump. But if I set a course somewhere else, like out here, it's going to take a couple of jumps to get there. And again, your bubble here, your range, will depend on your ship part that you have. With the bots, you can just right-click as the captain, and it'll automatically go to that destination. Your bots will plot the course, and they'll go. Otherwise, you have to manually control each thing, which can be annoying. But it is what it is. So let's get out of here, and then tab. There we go. All right, crew AI. So if you don't like the way a bot is behaving, you can adjust its AI here. There's a bunch of logic, you know, and or do this, if this, then this, that kind of thing. You can adjust the priority levels of each of their tasks. So, you know, if they're doing something and you're like, no, I want you to do this first, you can come here and mess with that. Again, this is not a how to play video, so maybe I'll do that later. So let's see, go back to crew. Let's go back. Okay, talents. Talent points. Yes, there's talent points for each of the different positions on the ship. Each of the 5 different things. The ones that are colored, the skills that are colored are unique to that class, making them very important. The scientist has these 4 unique ones, and the weapons specialist has 3 unique ones here. The rest of these gray ones are they're universal. Now, you can get more skills that you can apply points to. However, they are locked. There is a research mechanic in this game where you need research samples. The scientist will then put them in the atomizer, and then using those research samples, you'll be able to unlock new skills to put points into. It's again, you'll find samples all across the galaxy. So long story short, there's talent points to improve your people. You can also set crew limits in terms of spending, custom orders. There's your reputation over here to the right, crew faction and the like. So yeah, that in a nutshell is Pulsar Lost Colony. There's a lot to do here. I wish I could show you more, but I'm trying to keep this review at a respectable length. Things I like about it, I can just pick a location and go. I could beam down. I can interact with ships by hailing them. As another ship, I can cloak, sneak up, and steal credits or hack them. You can still hack them when you're uncloaked or whatever, but still. It's more fun to be like a Klingon bird of prey, sneak up and do nasty things, or a Romulan warbird, so to speak. Just saying. But yeah, you can be totally goody two-shoes in this game. There's something called the Infected, which are like sort of spreading around the galaxy. You got to be careful of them. They're pretty powerful. So yeah, there's a lot to do here. So I like that about the game. One con, the learning curve is a bit high, and sometimes things don't work as intended. Like, we were trying to hack a ship, that was part of a mission, and the game wouldn't let us do it for whatever reason. The hacking would not work for that particular ship. But if we jump somewhere else, it would work. It's just weird. So yeah, sometimes this game can be a bit janky, especially with the first-person shooter events. On occasion, you'll have to shoot enemies on the planet's surface, and they are 100% accurate, and they will one-shot you sometimes. Extremely frustrating. Luckily, when you die in this game, if you don't get revived, well, as a human, you can be revived once. Other races don't have that luxury. They respawn on their ship, you beam back down. There's no penalty as far as I can tell, except that your max armor is temporarily gone until you jump away and replenish your armor or whatever. So again, I think the first-person shooter part of this game needs a bit more love. I don't know if I can show it to you now. I am in orbit above a planet. I could quickly... I'm used to my other ship. Planet. Let's go ahead and click on that. Arid climate. I should be able to go down there. Let's just... Yeah, transporter. Beam down. There we are. There may be enemies here. The scientist has a tablet. I made the bot give me his. I'm the captain. I can do a lot of stuff. And you can actually see spots on the map on this little tablet. But there is nasties coming up. So let's find them. They can hit you from a mile away and they hurt. Luckily, your bots aren't too bad. And yes, you can customize their look too. I can make them human if I want. That's a healing beam, don't be alarmed. Yes, there is the scientist has like a healing beam that they can use. Anyway, so yeah, the first-person shooting can be a bit janky sometimes, and it can be... Some missions are extremely unfair. Just waves and waves and waves of enemies coming at you. It's really annoying. But again, the pro to this is, you know, these areas are kind of unique, and sometimes you'll come across these underground chambers, and you have to, like, align the circle to release the ruins or whatever. It's cool. So, again, I don't want to get too deeply into this. I may make a how-to-play video later if there's enough demand for it. Just let me know on my Discord channel. That way I know that there's going to be demand for it. But yeah, this game is not bad. It's janky. Yeah. It's not perfect. Not perfect by any means. But I've played for about... I want to say 8 or 9 hours now, and I've barely scratched the surface of this particular galaxy and the galaxy that we're currently playing in. It's that good. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect. I'm not going to worry about saving it at this point. I do want to quickly show you the playthrough that we're doing. Okay, sometimes you get this stupid message. You want to reconnect to the photon cloud? Well, I'm going to try. Private, yes. Make sure you click on private game, otherwise people are just going to come in and harass you. Some might be nice, but... Alright, so here's my captain. Just to show you what the cloaking device... Now, this is a different ship, mind you. So the layout is going to be different. But the cloaking device works something like this. Prime it here. This thing fills up. When it's a complete circle, you hit this lever. Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? And you go invisible. It's really cool. Note that the ship is different. Like, there's no dedicated security room. Like, there's a little thing here, but it's not very big. Alright, so this is done. We'll go ahead and cloak. Lights turn blue. F for flashlight if you really want to. And if we go back to our pilot seat... There we go. So we are now cloaked. Cool, right? So, yeah, do I recommend this game? Yes. I have to warn you, however, learning curve is a bit sharp, you know, but once you get into it, it's really fun. The bots aren't bad. They're not great, but they're not bad. You can, again, program their AI to be, to get more priority in certain areas. I'm sure that people have created presets somewhere that are like meta builds. I don't know, but it is a thing. I do recommend it, but again, high learning curve. Playing with friends is a lot better, but you can play single player with bots if you really want to, and it is doable. I'm doing it on my own personal single player playthrough, and I'm like level 5 or 6 at this point, and you just keep leveling. Your crew level goes up, you can assign more skill points, and yeah, I like this game because of the grind and the exploration. I want to buy better ship parts. I want to upgrade my ship parts to be the best they can be. I want to dominate everything I come across. That's why I'm playing this. But yeah, you do you. It's like Star Trek Bridge Crew, but has a ton more features. Not as pretty though. Like as you look around the galaxy, like the map is nice, but like inside the ship interiors are really like basic and blocky and ugh. So if you're hoping for like a super graphical, no, it's not like No Man's Sky. It's not like Star Trek Bridge Crew. It's a bit more basic. This is an indie game made by like 2 or 3 people. So that being said, I sincerely hope they continue to patch this and make it even better than what it is now. It's a gem, and I do recommend it, but if you have to be willing to dig deep and learn some things. But again, I'll be willing to make a how to play video, take you through the different classes and how to play if there's enough demand for it. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care.